Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new video and yet another one of these F1 2019 mod videos. This time we are racing as Lance Stroll in the Racing Point F1 team, or should I say the Sport Pacer Racing Point F1 team car. And it's Stroll's home race. I thought it'd be pretty fitting, as obviously the whole Stroll environment is the big factor as to why Racing Point is still an F1 team. And yeah, we're going to be racing around Canada, one of my favourite tracks on the Canada, to be honest with you. One that I really enjoy. It's a very complete and also challenging racetrack, and hopefully we can try and do a good job and, you know, impress obviously the home fans in terms of Lance Stroll, and also hopefully do well for the team in itself and give a good first impression of the Racing Point team. If you guys want to test out the mod for yourselves on PC, there is a link down below in the description for you guys to go download it and test it for yourselves in your own time. But if you guys do want to enjoy the video, drop a like and do get subscribed if you're new for daily Formula 1 content. And with that being said, guys, I'm now going to leave you guys with Crofty as we go through the grid, and we're going to see how things shake up for this 25% race around the Circuit de Villeneuve. So let's get into it. It's time for the race.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Bottas, Pierre Gasly, and Hamilton, Stroll, Ricciardo, Van Dorn, and Roman Grosjean, Perez, Magnussen, Carlos Sainz and Hülkenberg, Sirotkin, Ericsson and Fernando Alonso, Raikkonen and Brendan Hartley rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Right then, here we are on the grid for the Canadian Grand Prix here as Lance Stroll. We start the race from P7 actually, best of the rest. A very decent qualifying session, and the Racing Point car working very nicely indeed. Now in terms of the strategy today, let's have a look and see what we have. Now to be fair, Canada's pretty straightforward, so hypers onto the ultras, a very simple one-stop strategy, and fuel wise we are 2 laps over, so hopefully we can do good here. We've got sunny conditions all the way through, and the target is simple. We're going to try and see if we can finish the race where we start, P7, best of the rest, and keep the other midfield runners behind us. It's going to be a challenge, but I'm looking forward to it. It is Lance Stroll's home race, and hopefully we can try and do a good little job here and hopefully perform to the best of our ability. It's going to be important on lap 1 to make sure that we hold the position, try and get the tyres in the temperature window, and once we get going I think we should be okay. But having said that, our worst part is probably the race start, so let's see how it goes, and fingers crossed we can do well. If not, we're going to have to fight through the field. But with that being said, let's just jump into it here and let's see how this race goes. It's time for the Canadian Grand Prix. Right, here we go. It's time for the Canadian Grand Prix here as Lance Stroll in the Racing Point. The lights are off and away we go. Oh, what a good start. Absolutely beautiful there. Just killing off the revs when we needed to. As we got Ricciardo, there's been contact. Vettel's off in the Ferrari. We have to react, and that's allowed Ricciardo past, and we've given up the position. I'm going to get to the inside line here, try and defend Norris from attacking me. A little lock up there as we go into the chicane. Ricciardo though getting a good start, opportunistic from the Honey Badger, and he gets the move done. I thought about going up the inside there, but no way through. This is my worst corner, this right-hander, because I get such poor traction compared to the AI, who are so strong through there. Norris looking for the move. He's close to me in the McLaren, but no way through just yet. And we hold on. Good stuff. Decent start. P7 for us. Not too shabby. Norris coming back at me though. Into the hairpin. I'm going to run a little bit deep on purpose to try and straighten up the car for the exit. That's what I'm talking about. Good stuff. Let's see what this Racing Point has to offer in terms of straight line speed. Can we have a go at Daniel Ricciardo here maybe? We are gaining. Look at this. We're gaining on the Renault. Ricciardo does go defensive slightly. That's going to put him on the back foot into the chicane. We have to get out of it though. No way through. Ricciardo has a poor exit though. Here we go. Alongside Danny Rick. Right on the outside. Little lock up there, but we are going to get it done. And we overtake Ricciardo for 6th place and retake our original position in front of the midfield. Good stuff. And the Racing Point car working nicely around here already. Has to be said. Decent straight line speed, which is what you want. Now, can we stay in front? That's going to be the real question. Good exit out there, actually. Decent traction. Ricciardo, he's looking for it. He's going to go for the outside, actually, quite interestingly enough. We're going to hold it on the inside, though. That's going to buy me some time. Hopefully we can try and open up a bit of a gap and try and avoid the slipstreaming battle. A little bit hot into there, but we've managed to straighten her up. And there we go. Right. I think we've got this P6 on lock for now. Can we go any further than this? I guess we'll have to find out. Right, DRS now enabled here, and a personal best. As we go on to lap 3, good stuff. And we've already got a nice gap behind. I think Ricciardo and Norris are battling heavily, so that gap behind is opening up beautifully for us to really attack the racetrack. And we can really enjoy this racing point. I'm going to burn up a little bit of fuel here. A little bit hot into there, just going to have to straighten her up. So I'm going to try and burn up some rich mix, see if I can be aggressive this race. Another personal best, got to say. The car's working good at the minute. Working very nice indeed. And I'm able to keep up and keep the top 6 in my sights, or top 5 should I say. Another personal best, 11.5. Strong pace, although Norris has now been released and he's starting to catch me up here, so you never know, the McLaren won't be done just yet. Norris might be on us pretty soon. Oh, yellow flag. I think there's been some contact here in the Wall of Champions. Leclerc involved along with a Red Bull, I think, as we arrive on our scheduled pit stop lap. But this could be interesting. Will they have damage to their car? And they might bring us into play. You never know. Right, here we go into the pit lane. Burning up engine modes. Leclerc stays out. There we go. Decent pit entry. Right then, who's going to come in? Looks like Norris stays out. Obviously Perez stays out. There's the Mercedes in the pit lane of Hamilton. Also Gasly as well, who's going to get held up a little bit. Here we go. Nice quick stop. Come on, boys. Held up a little bit there. 2.7, not the best stop. But luckily no lollipop held up, so not too bad. Looks like we might be in a bit of traffic here for this opening lap. It's going to be close with Magnussen. Oh, tyres are cold. Losing the back end slightly. That's going to give Magnussen a chance as he makes the move. We're going to have to just sit behind him for now. Magnussen slow through there. Let's try and stick on him. We're going to get DRS. Down the inside of the Rich Energy Haas F1 driver. There we go. Job done. And we're going to get DRS as well so we can pull away. Perfectly executed. Definitely lost some time though in that entire pit stop phase. I reckon Norris might gain some time there if he has a smooth pit stop transition.
Sergio is in the pits.
Yep, Perez in the pit lane, along with Norris, I'm guessing. Strong final chicane there, had to take a risk. Pays off, cars in the pit lane. Let's see where we are. Purple final sector actually, really strong final sector. And we are going to rejoin in front of Norris, which is good. To be fair, Norris didn't gain as much as I thought he would, which is good. So all in all, successful pit stop phase. We've rejoined in P6. And we've still got the big boys, you know, not too far up the road, which is quite decent. I'm quite happy with that. We've performed well, the car's working great. And we've got the heavy hitters just up the road. I think Leclerc and Gasly might have damage here and might be in trouble. I think I'm faster than them. Personal best and Leclerc and Gasly going side by side. I reckon we could do something here. I really do. As Perez takes P7 from Lando Norris. So good stuff there from my teammate. Making it a racing point 6-7. Vettel on the pace. Can't forget about Sebastian. He might make his way through the field now in this final stint. But look at this. Gasly and Leclerc still going side by side here. And we're gaining so much time. And I think they've got maybe some front wing damage here. So we're just going to keep gaining. And they're still side by side. Leclerc finally gets the position, but the amount of time they've lost, let's keep pushing here. You never know, we might have a chance.
Right, some information on Grosjean.
Oh.
They are out of the race.
Grosjean retires, he's out in the Haas. Another personal best there from me. And we are really closing the gap here to Gasly and Leclerc. This could get very tasty. Oh, Alex Albon out as well. Double retirement. Toro Rosso man out in this race. I'm actually so close to the pace of these guys. They're just a little bit faster than me at the minute, unfortunately. And I can't really match them for pace. But if they did go side by side one more time, I could definitely get within DRS and maybe cause a problem or two. (11-0), another personal best. Just haven't got enough, man. This car is just a little bit short of where the big boys are. A shame, but I'm enjoying trying to grasp onto these two in front as much as I can. In amongst all this, we're actually catching up to the two Mercedes cars. I'm dropping off from the two in front, but they're actually catching up to the Mercs. And even I'm getting closer to the Mercs as well. This could get interesting again. You never know.
Some information on Verstappen. They're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
Ooh, interesting. Verstappen, I think, is leading the Grand Prix, so that's the race leader. I'm not sure how much of a gap he's got, but he's in trouble. There he is in the back straight. He's going to start slowing down. Also, the Mercedes have been caught, so it's a 4-car scrap here in front of us. If they start banging heavily, this is it. This is Christmas for us. This is what we've been waiting for all race. It could happen. Right, they're battling. 2 laps to go. Those 4 in front are so close. You can literally put a blanket over them, but we are closing the gap again here. And we are getting ourselves in amongst it. Verstappen also dropping back as well with the car trouble. This race is really coming alive all of a sudden. You never know. We might be able to snatch something. Right onto the last lap. The Mercedes have swapped places. And the Ferrari of Leclerc is all over the back of them. And Gasly now has dropped back a little bit. Leclerc side by side there with the Mercedes. Doesn't quite work out. It's going to buy me some more time. Oh, one out of tyres. I'm trying so hard to close into these guys. I don't think we've got enough though. Hit the fuel max. Come on. DRS, burn what we've got left. Verstappen wins, even with the car trouble. We throw it through the chicane, but it's not going to be enough. But a valiant effort, and it's P6 for us, and I will take that. What a performance. P2 was just there, within our grasp, in a racing point. I'm not going to complain about that. A decent race.
We need Red Bull fighting at the front. They do an incredible amount for Formula One. And that's another winner's trophy heading back to Milton Keynes.
Right, so looking at the final race results, Verstappen wins for the Red Bull team here at Canada, and the Mercedes get a 2-3 with Hamilton actually getting beaten by Bottas for a change. Then Charles Leclerc P4 in the lead Ferrari, and then we've got Pierre Gasly in the second Red Bull P5. We come home P6, beating Sergio Perez in Lance Stroll's home race, and a 6-7 for the Racing Point team, a pretty decent result. And then Lando Norris 8th in the first of the McLarens. Then we've got Nico Hülkenberg in the Renault getting the only 2 points for them, and then finally Sebastian Vettel scoring the final point there in the second Ferrari after I believe getting tangled up on lap 1 as we saw. Then we've got Sainz missing out on points there along with Raikkonen, Ricciardo, Giovinazzi, Kubica, Kvyat, Russell, Magnussen, Albon and Grosjean. And Grosjean and Albon actually retiring from the Grand Prix there, and Magnussen a lap down. So all in all guys, that is going to be it for this race as Lance Stroll here for the Canadian Grand Prix, driving in the Racing Point F1 team. If you guys did enjoy it, then please do drop a like. Also, you guys will have the link to the mod down below in the description if you guys do want to check the mod out for yourselves and test it out for yourselves in your spare time. But if you guys, like I said, did enjoy the video, drop a like, get subscribed for daily Formula 1 content, and turn notifications to not miss a single upload from me. Finally, check out these 2 videos on your screen if you have missed them. Other than that, guys, thank you for watching, and see you in my next video very soon. But until then, it's goodbye from me.